Ooh. Happy Halloween. Sarah, you're muted. Woo.
Oh, woo! I was wooing. I was booing.
Woo.
Do you woo or boo as a ghost?
I think you woo. I guess maybe you. Oh. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh my God, why isn't that a video? Just you and I haunting a house. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Woo. Sarah, you're muted. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the At Home Film Fest Halloween edition. Yes. This is our third Halloween show, amazingly.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? When was the first one?
I guess it was 2021. Wait, this is our second Halloween show?
Well, last year I was Mia Wallace.
Yeah.
The year before, I think I was in a hotel in Seattle. And I think that brings us, we're on our third Halloween.
Yes, we did 2020, 2021. Now we're doing 2022. And I dare say this might be our best one yet. We have some incredible videos to share with you guys tonight from some of our
favorites. Last year I was Mia Wallace. Well, here's the thing. I like to come on the chat. And I had to get to our channel. So that's why I was like, oh no, Mayday, we're going to have an issue.
I like you being on the chat because I always do what you do. And if I don't have to go on the chat, if I know you're going to be on the chat. So I appreciate you being there today. Well, if you guys have never tuned in before, you should know that part of this show's charm is technical difficulties. Okay.
I mean, who has good internet? Really? I don't get it. Some places, I guess, I don't know. When I was talking about this, I don't know any parent's house that has good Wi-Fi.
I'm trying to think of the best Wi-Fi I've ever had. And I don't think I'm ever happy. There's always a problem.
I know. It's just funny to say that because it sounds like we're talking about sex. Like the best Wi-Fi I've ever had
was in New Jersey. I think when we lived in New Jersey during the pandemic, we paid, it might have been a scam, but we upgraded to the highest Wi-Fi you can get because we were like, this is all we have. And that Wi-Fi was pretty awesome.
I've heard that New York, maybe New Jersey is part of it since it's one of the most populated areas in the US. That's a trivia answer. I think, didn't they do work to get their Wi-Fi to be top notch for its citizens?
I believe it.
I do too. And that's why I believe where my mom lives in the suburbs of Texas, they don't care. Nobody's doing Zoom shows.
No. At my dad's house, he lives in this town in North Carolina that is a very hippy dippy town. So they have free Wi-Fi. It's the town's Wi-Fi, and it does not work. But all the old people are like, why would I pay for Wi-Fi when it's free with the town? And I'm like, you have to get real Wi-Fi. We're all hurting because of this.
Because I was like, it's so pointless to tell my mom this. It only would give her, negativity, and it doesn't benefit her because she doesn't give a shit.
Doesn't care.
So I kept it to myself. But I was like, we're losing money.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're losing out on a business opportunity here.
So really quick, I just want to say that we will have a trivia. We'll do our usual trivia at the end of the show. And this month, we're going to award winners who can ever guess our costumes. And we will be giving clues to our costumes throughout the show. So if you can guess our costumes, then you win. And also on that note, Sarah, have you been watching any scary movies?
You bet. You bet I have.
What did you watch?
Okay, so I've been watching Criterion Channel has 80s horror movie. I watched a horror movie the other day called Slumber Party Massacre. Pretty good.
Wow.
Although this is the villain, they didn't ever do it from his perspective. So you saw him from the beginning, and it's just a dude wearing a Canadian tuxedo. That one, I really enjoyed that one. I've never seen it. It was just a good old fashioned slasher flick, and it was just corny and great. Yeah. And then artistically, I saw Barbarian, which I loved.
People love it.
It's layered and it's scary and fun. And I thought all the performers, I love that Justin Long is Jamie Lee Curtis was the scream queen, but I feel like Justin Long is like becoming the horror boy. I don't know what kind of nickname you give that to a guy in the horror genre.
Yeah. Moan Man. I don't know.
He's the Moan Man.
The Moan Man. He's the Killed King.
The Killed King. And then I saw Pearl, the follow-up or the prequel to X. And then I'm very excited to the sequel to X, Maxine. So the third installment.
Okay. So how about this? I'm not going to watch Pearl. I'm going to watch Maxine.
I think you can watch them all out of sync.
I really loved X. Like, it's beautiful. It's incredible. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. It's haunting. It'll stay with you. My favorite part about it is that it's like really scary, but there's no paranormal stuff. Because I can't handle the paranormal. I just can't.
Well, paranormal, I don't ever get scared of paranormal unless it's like Pinhead from Hellraiser, where it's just like torturous.
Yeah.
But like ghost shit, I'm just like, I have a hard time believing it. It's fantastical.
I think my problem is that like I secretly believe in ghosts.
Okay.
Like, if you asked me like, Ashley, do you believe in ghosts? I'd be like, no, that's ridiculous. But like late at night, I'm like, maybe I do. Maybe they're real. So,
I love the idea of ghosts, and I hope I am proven wrong.
Yeah. So when I watch a movie with ghosts in it, I feel like this is not real or could never happen to me, but late at night I get scared. But X, there was nothing paranormal happening, but I've heard that Barbarian, there's also nothing paranormal happening, but it still feels a little paranormal. It still feels kind of creepy, and
it has a heightened version. It's possible, but this is like a little out there, but not too crazy. But it's good. I liked it. I think people should go watch it. I also heard the other one that's called Smile or something. People are really liking that one.
People like that for sure.
Wait,
go ahead.
Wait, how come you're not going to watch Pearl?
Because like that character from X terrified me. I don't want to know anything about her. I'm not like interested in her origin story. And I think that I saw the trailer and I was like, this looks beautiful. So like I'm tempted to watch it just for cinematic reasons, but I think from watching the trailer, I was like, oh, I think I'm going to walk away feeling like really weird after this. Like, I think it's going to go down like a dark corner of the human psyche, and I'm going to feel kind of like icky after.
It's relatable. I'll tell you that.
Is it?
I think it could happen to all of us.
Honestly, X was kind of relatable.
Yes. I will say I'm not going to do too much. I won't do much of a spoiler alert, but there's not as many kills in Pearl than there is. But I won't tell you how many.
Okay.
Than there was in X. It's more of a character study.
Yeah. I think that I think that character study will like, upset something deep inside of me. Like, I think I'm gonna feel really strange. Nick just said in our chat, Nick is our tech king. He said that it is a very weird film. It's the weirdest, in fact, and that it will upset me on a deep level.
Okay, so he's seen it.
He saw it. I think he went to the theaters. Oh no, he rented it and saw it.
Okay.
At home.
Yes.
He tried to go to the theaters, but it was like he was trying to go the day after it left theaters. It didn't seem to stay in theaters long, sadly.
I don't think if you're not Marvel, you're not staying in the movie theater.
Yeah.
You're going straight to, I think they do like a fun premiere. And then after that, it goes straight to streaming because they know that more people will watch it, I think.
Yeah. How's that eye patch treating you?
A nuisance. My eye patch is quite tight on the head.
I think one of us had an eye patch at one time. I think maybe it was you or maybe it was me, but it's really disorienting.
It is. It's kind of a nuisance. I don't know. I'm sure if maybe I lost my eye, I would get not as, it's because there's pressure and my headband is a little tight right now. But you know what? It's a cool look. I'm kind of into it.
It is really cool. In 5th grade, I had to wear an eye patch for a week because I got a stick stuck in my eye. Aww. And it didn't bother me. I didn't even realize it was an issue until I got home and my eye was swollen. And my mom, what's happening? And I was like, I don't know. I had a stick in my eye and I pulled it out. But I felt like, honestly, like that was the coolest I ever was. Like walking the halls of my elementary school wearing an eye patch that I was sanctioned to wear. Because I was just, it was a natural injury. I thought this is the height of coolness. Yeah.
I was also jealous of the people that got casts because it was slightly attention getting and everybody could sign it.
Yeah. And you could dress it up. You could like sign it, do doodles on it. I felt the same way about braces, like people who had braces. I was like, you get to change the rubber bands. That seems so neat.
I had braces. It was like the worst headache every few months because they would get tightened. Ooh. And then your mouth would be like, I'd be like, it hurts so bad.
Should we check in on the chat real quick?
Let's get in on the chat. Let's see who's in there. We got DT's got quite a few fans going on.
Excellent. Love that. I'm going to turn on the chat without feedback. Let me see.
We got Dork Adventures with Danny Yang. He's piping in. Marlena. There's no way Barbarian is scary for a man. No.
Oh, interesting. Is that what Marlena said? I heard Marlena, someone was telling me this weekend that like Barbarian is like the perfect female terror movie, that it like really sums up like the scary frightness of being a woman.
Yes, it's a perfect movie. I think they did a really great job. It's layered and then it's fun. I was like, this movie's actually really good and interesting. And I found out it's from The Whitest Kids You Know, right? Or one of the guys. Yeah.
One of them, yeah.
And that's so cool.
I love when people play outside of their genre.
Yeah.
And I love it because that's what I want to do. Okay. I want to be.
I want to do a horror film.
Yeah, I do too. You know what? This is definitely our third one because the first one I did was self-tape 2. And I thought about doing self-tape 3, but I switched it up. Anyway, that's more of an inner monologue. Did you see Halloween Ends?
I did not. I have to tell you, I'm not into the Halloween franchise that much.
Oh, really? What about the original one?
I like the original one, but then I kind of just stopped after that. And then I've watched a few revenges, when they kind of kick it back up again. And then they try to like recapture the essence of the 70s, early 80s. So I haven't watched the Jamie Lee Curtis when she kind of like takes it back.
So you haven't seen, I think it's Halloween 2018. Is that right, Nick? Okay, yeah, 2018. That one is so good, Sarah. You got to watch it.
But like, isn't Mike Myers now old? Like, how is he thriving?
I'm not going to tell you. You have to see that one. I really think that you should watch that. But then I think you can skip Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends.
Those are the last two?
Yeah.
So those are kind of like a trilogy, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny McBride wrote them.
Oh, wow. I'm a huge fan of Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, she's so good.
I know. And I also respect her for her aging naturally. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's great.
I think that I just want to play all the roles that she plays. Like they all are so fun. Everything Everywhere All at Once, like her role in that movie.
I have to see that one. I haven't seen that one yet.
You gotta go.
Well, maybe I'll watch it tonight.
Should we give a couple clues about our costumes before we show our first vid?
Okay, I'll give my clue is I'm from the same film director as last year that I wore a character. I was Mia Wallace. So this year
That's good.
Different.
Okay, I'm gonna act out my clue.
Yours is more character driven.
Yeah, I was just wondering if I could borrow some flour.
That is scary.
Okay, should we jump into these vids?
Yeah, somebody said, let's do it, ladies. Oh, I'll produce it. All right. I guess our horror film that we want to make.
Who's producing it?
DT, Danny Yang.
Great. DT Yang, we're holding you to it.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
This first video, we're so excited to show you guys. We want to credit the incredible cast before we begin of Gen Zers, Mia, Catherine, Aubrey. They were total strangers, Marie said, that she met and that they nailed their parts.
They were great.
They're so good.
Yeah.
They're so good. Yes. And we should also say the title of this before we get into it. It's called Old People. And it's by Marie Anderson and Matthew Crosby. And we just want to plug real quick. Marie is part of a comedy music group called Reformed Horrors. We love them. We've done so many. I love doing shows with them in New York. What a treat. And they have a new album coming out on Friday, January 13th. It's called Pissin' in the Wind, Songs That'll Make You Wet. And the release will be paired with a big record release party in Nashville at Dee's Country Cocktail Lounge on the same day. So if you're in Nashville, you better go to that.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. Also, Reformed Horrors are like a comedy music staple. You guys really should go check them out if you don't know who they are right now.
Absolutely. They are unicorns. They're like
talented
really
too
at singing. They're really good at singing and playing instruments, and they're also funny. Like it's so rare to get those things to line up.
It's either one or the other.
Truly.
Yeah.
Truly.
So
Old People,
hear it
by Marie, Cecile Anderson, and Matthew Crosby. Enjoy.
And there is nothing, and I mean nothing, scarier than monogamy. Even just the thought of it gives me the chills.
Yeah, gross.
Really? I think it's kind of sweet.
You do?
I mean, for sure, but I would never.
Don't even get me started on relationships. I was once with the same man for 11 years. A white, cis, straight man.
No way.
That's so gross.
We're poly.
I'm bi.
Me too.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but most people on this corrupt, dying earth are monogamous.
Oh, that's just not true, though.
And animals, too. Some mate for life.
Really? Google it.
Kids, please. I have years of wisdom on you. I've seen things. Terrifying things.
Beavers mate for life.
Told ya.
Okay, you're not that old.
I'm single and my knees hurt.
How old are you then?
I said 39. 39.
Yeah, we heard you. That's not that old.
JLo's like 53.
What? Really? Wow.
So, why are you wearing that eye patch?
I found it on the ground. I thought it made me look cool.
What are you doing here?
She's our neighbor.
Well, I can tell when I'm not wanted. Let me leave you with this. You kids probably don't know who Amelia Earhart is. But she used to say, tomorrow is a mystery. Today is the present. Nope. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why they call it a present.
Yeah, that's Eleanor Roosevelt.
So it was.
Please leave.
Alrighty.
Old people are so weird.
I feel it. I feel it. Marie nailed it. Marie and Matthew nailed it. They both have M names.
It's
And I
true.
went right into an M word.
I was, we gave you guys that little bit up top about our technical difficulties. And I would like to say that the better the video, the worse it streams on the At-Home Film Fest. So I'm going to drop Marie's handles in the chat. You guys should go check out her Instagram, follow her on all of her channels, and also watch the video again when it will be streaming without any hiccups. I don't know if it did on your end, but just want to say, like, the better they look, the larger the files are and the worse our internet craps out. Sarah, any thoughts?
We're getting Marie's getting positive feedback in the
Awesome.
chat. So I think it played all right.
Okay, great. Love to hear that. I'm gonna put that.
Ian said I streamed fine here.
Great. Love to hear it. Thank you. Okay, that is Marie's Insta. So definitely check her out and you can see everything she does. And I'll also put the Reformed Horizon in the chat as well.
Great.
Ooh. Ian said, I'm not at my mom's house though. Must be nice, Ian. Must be nice.
Good stuff.
So fun,
Right.
so real, so freaking real. I live in fear of aging.
I do too. And it's just wild. You're like, I guess I'm just lame. I am lame.
Yeah.
I'm just out there doing missionary sex.
I'm
No
out there missionary
experimenting.
sex, and I'm making sure I'm flossing because I want my gums to age.
Exactly. That's where I'm at. But you guys have fun out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great video one more time for Marie.
Yeah, that looks really
Matthew.
cool. And everybody in that short was really good.
Yeah. Mia, Catherine, Aubrey, you knocked it out of the park.
Impressive. Should we get to the next one?
Yes, I'm so pumped that we get to premiere the newest sequel in the very popular Dismembered franchise. This is huge, Sarah.
It's exciting stuff. And part of the reason I did not realize this was part of a franchise.
It's a huge franchise, and we get to premiere the newest sequel. I mean, that is the kind of hot content you're going to find at the At-Home Film Fest.
Yeah, you're going to get world premiere stuff here, not played anywhere else.
Exclusive.
Exclusive.
Please.
And this, and this creator is a lifetime member of the At Home Film Festival, and it's always a delight to see his films. And I'm hoping in the near future we will get to do longer stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Same.
fingers
Forever.
crossed. But let's hear it for Xmasfutures with Dismember Part 5. Is that correct?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Dismembered. Dismembered.
Oh, yeah.
Part 5 by Xmasfutures. Enjoy.
Hello, Becky. Remember me? I'm the one who murdered all your little high school friends. Like when I killed your friend Shelley by shoving an SAT test booklet down her throat and then said, "Looks like somebody won't be going to a good school after all." I almost killed you that night, but then you shot me with that starter pistol and I fell off the roof of the gymnasium. Bet you thought that was the end of it, huh? But then I showed up again when you were a camp counselor and murdered all your new little camp friends in fun little camp ways. Like when I peeled the flesh off your friend Sandy and made a tent out of her skin. You know, that actually took way more time than anticipated because it turns out human skin takes a long time to dry. But I think it looked pretty good. Like when you saw it, you knew immediately, like, okay, that looks like a tent, except it's made out of skin. I almost killed you too, except you shot me with a bow and arrow and I fell off the cliff. Bet you thought that was the end of it, huh? But then I showed up again when you went off to college, and I murdered all your new little college friends in some pretty creative college ways. Like when I shoved a bong up your hippie friend Blake's ass and made him smoke his own bud. You might say he was hooked on crack. That actually is what I said in the room, but there's no one there to appreciate when I'm spitting gold like this, Anyway, I almost killed you too, but you did that really tricky thing with a mirror and then set me on fire and then pushed me off the trestle. Bet you thought that was the end of it, huh? But then I showed up again when you won that contest for a free trip to space and I murdered all your new little space friends. Like when I filled up your friend Ted's astronaut suit with razor blades. I remember saying something like, "Houston, we have a murder." And admittedly, that's not my best work, but I wasn't getting a lot of sleep at the time. I was going through a breakup. But I almost killed you that night. Except you tore a hole in my spacesuit and pushed me off the moon. Bet you thought that was the end of it, huh? Well, now I followed you all the way to the big city and murdered all your new friends in big city ways. Like how I stabbed your friend Eddie in the stomach with a rat, or how I watched your friend Audrey's dream of singing on Broadway slowly die over the course of 15 years. But I gotta say, I was kind of shocked by the rent here in the city. I had to settle for a place way the hell out in deep Queens with some randos from Craigslist. Now I'm working 3 jobs and barely have time for any murdering. I don't feel like I'm living in the city. I feel like I'm just surviving it. Which, I guess is probably how I've made you feel this whole time. Wow. I'm sorry, actually. Sometimes it takes standing in someone else's shoes to get another perspective. Oh, you stabbed me, Becky. Oh, I did not see that coming. No, don't push me off the Statue of Liberty. No, I never got to see Coney Island. Splash.
That was scary. And I think that doesn't get discussed a lot, the amount of moving some of these horror villains have to do.
Yeah, it's true. They've got to go. They've got to go hunt down the one person that they can't kill. Okay. And it's taking all of their money and time trying to find them.
It's like they're drinking their own poison, really.
Yeah. Honestly, they're like little freaks and they should give up on their obsession and let it go and settle down in a tropical location.
Well, when I was watching Slumber Party Massacre, I was noticing the amount of work this killer had to do. Like, you know, he had to kill them, and then he had to prop them up in creative ways. So when later on they would find the bodies, that would scare them. And then he would have to run around the house and then like keep kicking the trash cans over as, to like throw them off their trail. That you're like that. I'd like to see a horror movie with the to-do list of a villain.
That's funny.
And
Yeah.
seeing them scramble as if they're putting on like a dinner party at the last minute.
Right. Oh, I forgot to drain the blood.
Fuck.
Fuck.
It's a lot of work.
It's so much work. I do feel like specifically with these characters, like, are they in love with the person they're trying so desperately to murder?
I think that's what boils down is that, what is it? A horseshoe effect where you go to hate all the way back to love.
All the way back to love.
Yeah. Really? I mean, it's like, why are you obsessed with me?
Like, move on. You didn't get to kill me. I've moved on. Okay. I'm in therapy. I'm working through it.
I've moved to a whole other city.
Moved to a new city. Like, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Speaking of going in a horseshoe from love to hate, I would love to introduce the next video.
Great.
This is from writer and head case, DT Yang, their words. DT Yang appears on Dork Adventures on YouTube. Check it out. And is eternally beholden to us, Sarah.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
For some reason, I guess I mislooked at the list. I was thinking that we were doing Marlena, so I was a little thrown off, but I've got DT. It's this eye patch.
It's the eye patch. You can't see. You're good. You're basically about to crash into a car. You're gonna.
Yes.
DT said,
yeah, I got it.
DT said, and I will say this online. Like, I wondered if I was going to say it, and I've decided I will, because this was in the email. DT said that we, Sarah and Ashley, have both consistently assembled rosters of incredible film talent. It's true. And DT could not be more grateful in playing a small role in their comedy and filmmaking universe. Happy Halloween and long live us, Ashley and Sarah.
DT, that was really sweet. We appreciate, and we appreciate you submitting whenever you can. And I'm a big fan. We're big fans of your art.
Yeah, I'm so glad you can be a part of the show. And I'm so excited to show our viewers your video, your Halloween video, Open Mics Are Hell by DT Yang.
Now I found this puzzle box. What's in the box? Not Gwyneth Paltrow's head. Now I've opened the portal to hell. Too bad, I already have an open mic to go to. So I was pretending to be woke. I told a man I loved his dress. Turns out that's not the thing to say to a guy in a kilt.
Clown, you've killed our sense of humor.
By the way, I'm not against pronouns. I'm just more concerned about verbs like kill and pronouns like me.
You'll never have to worry about killing in a comedy club.
Oh, ha, Doc. What's up, besides the malpractice suits?
We've come for you.
What the hell?
Hell, exactly. No tears, you summoned us. Did you just summon the devil? Which law school did he go to?
You look like the leather daddy that beat me up once. Could you do it again for half the price?
But I require your assistance.
I'm not Chip and Joanna.
It doesn't matter. You're screwed. Put your back into it.
Dude, these are screws, not nails. It's not gonna work, screwhead.
Fine. I'll tear your soul apart.
Open mics are hell. Nailed it.
They
Honestly,
truly are.
say it again.
I said they truly are. No one should ever once you don't have to do as many open mics, your life opens up a lot more.
Yeah, they are. I think that was an accurate description of my first open mic.
Yeah. I am so impressed with the stop motion, DT. I just think I love because, we're all doing like, I guess, live action and you're doing stop animation and using toys and like cartoon. And I just like how different it stands out from the rest of the stuff.
Same.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Teach us your ways.
I know that must be time consuming.
And they're not toys, Sarah, they're figures.
Thank you. I forgot. I do realize that is offensive in that world, and I appreciate learning.
I think you might not even call them action figures. You might call them something else. Nick, if you know, chime in on the chat. Huh? Let's see if anybody says it in the chat, but they don't. Yeah, figures might be it. Yeah. But I do. Greg Stone is a action figure collector, and I do remember I have been corrected when I've said toys around him. They're action figures. Okay, Nick said, action figures. Okay, good to know. Going forward. Yeah, figures works as well. Okay, guys, let's keep this film fest rolling into the night. Yeah. I'm excited for Halloween. I have off this Halloween. Are you doing anything? It's a Monday and we have reservations for Disneyland because we have like season passes. So we made the reservations because we were like, it's Monday. Maybe we'll just like go to Disneyland and eat some treats, walk around. But we're also like, will it be packed with annoying kids on a Monday Halloween night? So we're kind of on the fence. Yeah, it's Monday, but it's Halloween. So you don't know what you're getting. Yeah, we don't know what we're getting. Well, what time does it close? Maybe you can go a little later. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think but also this is the problem with Los Angeles is that when you're like, I'll go later, you just stay home. Okay. When you're like, what you mean? Huh? I said, I know what you mean. I'm like that in New York. Like, yeah, I'm not at my apartment at 10. I'm not coming out. No, I'm not leaving after 8. If it's 8 and I'm still home, I'm in. That's in for the night. Yeah. I'm very excited for this next creator. This is the first time they are going to be a part of our show, and they're a very funny comic, a TV writer whose mortal enemy is jump scares, and a dear friend. Please enjoy Later by Marlena Rodriguez.
Okay, talk to you later. Love you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
she want to talk about? Why can't she talk now? Why does she want to talk later? What did I do? Oh, oh no. Oh. What happened the day before that? What did I do? 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 What did I do wrong? This is about mini golf. What is there to say? I just want to talk later. What do you want to talk about? Bad, 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 bad. Who even invented later? Why? Why? I don't want to talk later. I never want to talk later. Oh no. Open up. Open up. You what was it? What did you need to say?
Oh, I forgot.
I forgot.
Are you okay?
Yeah, yes. Please don't. Please don't.
Oh my God. A nightmare.
Truly.
I mean, when somebody's like, hey, can we talk? And a text, you're like, you have to at least let me know what the subject matter is. Because I am not spending 8 hours of my day being like, oh my God, what does this person want?
Yeah, give me some context. And I feel the same with, are you available on Friday? Like, tell me why. Like, are you available on Friday to go to the movies? Is a lot different than, are you available on Friday to help me move?
Yes.
Yeah.
It feels manipulative because they know you're like, yeah. Then you're like, great. I need you to do something that's labor intensive and it's free.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need you to wash my grandmother. I don't know why that was but yeah, it's like, give me some
okay.
Can we talk later? Why? Because you hate me or do you miss me? What's up?
That is such a good, like, I have to go wash Ashley's grandmother later.
She asked me, I don't know. She asked me to do it. And she asked if I was free and I said I was. And then I couldn't go back on that.
I know. I couldn't get out of it.
Yeah.
And then if I did, it was so obvious.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you supposed to say? Like, sorry, I don't like grandmothers. She knows I love grandmothers. You know?
Yeah. We didn't mention that you make a cameo in there.
Yeah, that's me.
Do you guys live in the same building?
No, not in the same building. I'm actually dog sitting, and then Marlena popped over here to get a couple of quick lines from me.
That's always nice. I do that with my neighbors when I can as well.
Yeah.
It's nice when you live nearby other comics.
Yes, totally. I miss that about New York, actually. It's just like there would be like 5 people within a 2-block radius.
Yeah.
In
Things
LA, you really do have to drive to see people.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Well, I guess because we're all on top of each other here, but it is quite nice that you can live really close to a lot of friends.
Yeah. And like, I definitely, when I was in New York, I would just see someone on the train and be like, oh, hey, like, can you be a part of this thing? Or like, can you do this show I have coming up? Like, I would book people based off of just who I saw around town.
I did that way sometimes with shows, but I would do it on Facebook or Instagram, being like, all right, the first 5 people that I see on my feed, they're getting booked.
Totally.
Because I'm lazy.
Yeah, it's tough. And that's why, honestly, we should hire bookers. But here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
I'm going to give a quick, clue.
Okay. To your costume?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It's really not that complicated. I can explain quickly. Okay.
I'll give you a clue. I say the word gargantuan, and I really like the sound of gargantuan.
Ooh, that's a good clue.
Hubba hubba. Okay, it's time for a commercial break. And I'm excited to bring up this commercial that's playing. It's by one of a creator, a friend of the show. Because last month, I think we were going to do a commercial parody, and then we had to postpone because life. And you don't want to let that content go to waste. So we thought, let's take a break in the middle of the show. Let's see a really funny commercial. This commercial is called BetterSpace by Ian Rice, and it was filmed by a lot of people in the Boston area.
Enjoy BetterSpace by Ian Rice.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, what's going on? Is it playing?
I didn't know what happened.
Oh, here we go. BetterSpace by Ian Rice.
In today's unprecedented times, the stresses of daily life are taking their toll more than ever. People struggling just to get by need assistance and are finding it more and more difficult to get access to the help they need. That's why we developed BetterSpace.
I've been having problems with my relationship for a long time. I was in a state of total despair. That's when I called BetterSpace.
This chick calls in complaining about her boyfriend leaving her. Jesus. I told her she should be psyched. I've been with the same guy for 17 years and I cannot get rid of him.
At BetterSpace, our counselors are not licensed therapists. In fact, they aren't therapists at all. When you call BetterSpace, we match you with someone who is at a worse place in their life than you are to help you gain some much-needed perspective.
I've been really stressed out at work lately. I work long hours and I feel like my contributions aren't appreciated by my coworkers. I had no one to talk to about it with, so I called BetterSpace.
Yeah, so these people call complaining about their job or whatever, and I'm in federal prison. My name's Jeffrey Epstein, but I'm not the island guy. So people in here aren't exactly news buffs, so forgive me if I don't care if Doris stole your fresca from the break room.
BetterSpace was developed for people with no health insurance coverage whatsoever, or who live where wait times make it impossible to see a licensed therapist in person.
I've got a full-time job, 2 kids to raise, and a husband who seems to be working all of the time. I was getting down on myself. I still felt that I just wasn't doing enough. I decided to try BetterSpace.
I told her, yeah, I got 3 kids and a lazy-ass husband who won't work. His back hurts. Yeah, okay. Listen, suck it up, buttercup.
It's okay not to be okay. But at BetterSpace, we believe it's also okay to pretend to be okay.
Thank you, BetterSpace.
Thank you, BetterSpace.
Thank you, BetterSpace.
Screw you, BetterSpace.
BetterSpace. Okay.
You know how long it's been since I've had a Fresca?
Nice. I got to get into a better space.
I would use the service.
Guys, I forgot to mention that Ian Rice will be at it's in New Orleans, the Hell Yes. I got to take this goddamn thing off. I can't see shit. Oh yeah, at the Hell Yes Fest in New Orleans, November 12th and 13th.
That's right. Yeah, that's cool that all the actors were comics and actors in New England.
Yes.
I like that. We have our little bubble of our people. So it's nice to see like other people, you know, there's comics and actors all over the place and I like to see them.
I do too. And I like regional dialects.
I love regional dialects. You and I both have bonded many times over our love of a specific twang, you know, just hearing it and being like, wow, can't get that anywhere else.
No, I love it. I'm sure I do have some kind of accent, but it's not the ones that I find fascinating or give you character or a little bit of comedic flair.
Yeah, truly. Yeah. Yeah. Mine used to be so much worse when I was a child. Like I watch these home videos of me and I have done a really good job of getting my voice to where it is now. A Southern accent's really not that appreciated outside of the South, to be honest.
Are you serious? I love it. I think the Southern accent is one of the best accents of the continental US.
I agree. And I would say that I also love it because I feel like it's like sing-songy, but I will say that people either immediately think that you're like dumb. People really think you're dumb immediately.
Yeah.
Or they're like, oh, I love it. Like you're like a little kid. Like it's like, you're so dumb and stupid. Everyone thinks you're dumb. Some people love it because they think you're dumb and some people hate you because they think you're dumb, but they pretty much all think you're dumb. Like I went to San Francisco when I was in college and they were all like, oh my God, say biscuit. Like but they kept wanting me to say words. And I was like, I'm so popular. But then I realized like, I was like a sideshow, you know?
Yes,
like,
I know
what
you mean.
Respect me. But I know that everybody wants to talk with a Southern accent because when people get drunk, sometimes they'll leave voice messages on my phone like, hey girl. And it's just because they're finally drunk and they can have fun and talk.
Yeah. It's a fun accent and you can do a lot of characters with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to bring up we're going to keep this show rolling, guys, because we just realized
we had a lot of films.
We have a lot of films to show y'all and we don't want to be, you know, it's like almost 10 p.m. on the East Coast. So Sarah has to go to bed before 11. So we want to make sure we can show you all of our vids. This next video coming to you, I'm so excited. This is a video called Your Worst Nightmare, and it's by Brian Mitchell, who is getting married this weekend. Okay.
Wow. And he had the time to make a short.
He had the time to make a short. And this is about his very real fear. So please enjoy Your Worst Nightmare by Brian Mitchell.
Hey, honey.
Hey, oh my gosh, I'm getting so excited.
Yeah.
Almost time for your flight.
I know. I'm ready. Most of my stuff's packed.
You are?
Mostly the socks and toothpaste, but you know, I get everything else, you know.
And your suit.
And my suit, because we're getting married. Yes, I know.
And the rings.
And
You've
the
got
rings.
everything. You told me that you were happy to be responsible for those things.
You know, I'm responsible Ron when it comes to it. So I'm ready. I'm taking the
You
trash
are
out.
responsible Ron.
See? Taking trash out. Woo.
Oh, doing your chores. Well, good job.
You know how I do.
You're right. You're right. I know. I have no reason to worry. You're right. I know you got it. I just, like to double check, but I know you're on top of everything.
You know I have everything under control. Under so much control.
Very funny, very funny. As if you locked yourself out. So funny.
Whoopsie daisy. No.
Whoopsie daisy.
You know I wouldn't do that so close to every
Well, I know you.
planning.
I know it's happened before, but I know that it isn't happening now. So
No.
I know you're kidding.
Totally.
All right, honey. Well, I actually have to get going, so I'll just see you at the airport. Okay.
That's great. Okay. See you later.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Hey, Steve. Steve, best super in the world. Hey, buddy. Hey, I was wondering, I locked myself out of the house and I'm about to get on the flight and I kind of need to get into my apartment. Oh, you're on vacation? Okay. Is your vacation close to the apartment? That was a scary dream. Right, Pocket?
Honey, are you up? It's almost time for the wedding.
Seeing a lot of real fears of mine play out on this show.
Yes. It's a fear.
My fear, less getting locked out, more not locking the door. What about you?
I don't like getting locked out. I've done it a few times.
Yeah.
But now I know where my spare key is in the apartment building. The landlord told me where it is located.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
I can always buzz in from the others, but then I have to go down and get my spare. But that was a thing that was I never did that before until I moved to New York, with locking myself out.
Really?
Yeah, and I've done it with no shoes.
No.
Yeah, it was my first.
I feel like I remember this. Yeah.
It was my first apartment in Brooklyn, and I had walked, I think I was going downstairs to get like the food order, and I realized the door behind me locks automatically. But you know what the biggest fear was, is I was in the same apartment as Aaron Glazer. Hindsight, that wasn't so bad.
Damn, dude. I think that is like, there's a thing with New York. There's a learning curve, because where we come from, the doors do not automatically lock.
No, you've got to actively lock them yourself. The other thing that I learned when I moved to New York was, when you get on, you don't realize you got on the express train and you were shot out 200 blocks on a weekend, where you're like, I don't know how to get back, or you can only take the local back or something.
Yep. 100%. Listen, I put in Marie's Instagram handle in the chat, and then I was like, I should put everyone's Instagram in the chat. So I'm going to put all of the Instagrams, everyone you've seen so far. Oh, I was going to, but then I dropped it in there and it is a mess. So I am going to save it for the end. I'm going to format it, but you should follow everybody. Okay. Everybody, everybody follow everybody.
I think going forward, maybe I'll just get better at being more organized before a show and put up a doc with everyone's hashtags or
I love it.
Handles. I will do that.
I love it. And we could also drop it in the chat, in the description of this video too.
Yeah. We can do that on YouTube. So if you guys are like some of the creators, go back to the YouTube and we'll put it in the description.
Absolutely. Okay. It is now time for our next video by a super friend of the show, not just a friend of the show, but a super friend.
And at first, she gave this to us like a day ahead.
I know.
Impressed.
That is true. Usually it's like as the show is happening, we're uploading different. Nick is like trying to upload a form and a file and also play vids. So yeah, you're right. This did come early. I didn't even notice that. We should congratulate her later for that. Very good. And it's another film with her nieces. Please
enjoy
this wonderful short called The Woods by Julia Johns.
Day, huh? Think we'll see any animals? If you could be any animal, what would you be?
Flying llama.
A flying llama?
Yeah.
That's a good one. Where would you fly? Would you have other flying llama friends?
I like how soft they are.
Llamas are soft, so you'd be a soft llama. They're pretty goofy looking. They got those big necks. What is that? Where'd he go?
That's my aunt.
I will forever be creeped out by any human on all fours.
Right? It's unnerving. It's like it doesn't feel natural.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like even when you see a dog that can walk on twos,
mm-hmm.
on its behind legs, it's like it's possessed.
Yeah, it's going against the natural order of things.
Also, I think it's kind of funny to find out your friend or family member befriends the villain that murdered you.
I love it. And they have a great day. They have like the cutest day. I thought that was really awesome.
No, that costume was so good. And also those kids are so natural. So it's always a pleasure to watch.
I know. I think Julia's like raising little stars.
Yeah. And I love all the camera angles too. Like just when they're running, it is really fun when you put in a few different camera angles in a scene. It really adds excitement to it.
It's true.
It's true.
We got 3 more videos for you in our Halloween show.
In our
Sarah-
longest Halloween show ever. We'll get it. I was going to say we'll sink this ship, but I meant to say we will land this plane at a timely manner.
We're gonna sink this ship, okay? If you thought we weren't gonna sink, you were wrong. We're definitely springing a leak.
Just wait. This next content creator, you know him. He's a well-known comic in the New York scene. He is also my husband, a filmmaker, and he made a short for Halloween that I really like that he shot here in our back area of our apartment building. Can I Help You by Joe List.
What am I doing out here? I'm wasting my life. I should be working right now. Or exercising. You're not working hard enough. I have no connection to anybody. I hate myself. What am I doing? I should be working right now. It's a waste. Wasting my potential. What am I doing out here? My wife hates me. Parents hate me. Everybody hates me. I have no direction. Wasting my life. I shouldn't be doing this. What am I doing out here? I hate myself. Just wasting my life. Why? I shouldn't be doing this. Why is there a guy in my backyard? What am I doing out here? This will give me cancer. It's bad for my throat. I have no direction. Fuck. Can I help you? Do you need to get out of here? Please? Please just leave me alone.
Relax a little. Take it easy on yourself.
I forgot that I had this. So
Wow.
I thought it would be fun to bring it out after as a little jump scare.
Yeah, it worked.
I'm like, Ashley, it's me.
Where's Sarah though? Wow, that's a terrifying mask.
It truly. But it's oddly, it looks better on film than it does in person because it's real cheapo depot.
It's very scary on film.
Yeah.
That video looks so good.
It was done by a concept by Joe, and then it was filmed and edited by Dan Hershon.
Did he do your video with the period doll?
No, that was Tony Akio Cohen.
Okay.
But similar styles.
Very, very, very awesome.
Yeah.
Scary.
You're your worst enemy.
Always. You know, I like that everybody's like tackling existential fears. You know, like I was trying to think when I was like brainstorming what I was going to do for my video. I was like, what's the thing that scares me the most?
Yeah.
And the lack of rain in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So I was like trying to make a video about the lack of rain in Los Angeles, but it's hard to do. But everyone has, spoiler alert, that's not what my video is about.
I was going to say, mine is actually, I don't think I have too much of an existential fear in this one. It's just a straightforward
horror. Yeah. Should we get right into it?
Sure, guys. This is me.
It's Sarah. It's the hostess with the mostest.
Hostess with the mostest.
This video, I've seen it. I love it. It's called, I don't know if I can say her last, if I say her last name wrong, you have to correct me, but it's, the title of this video is Snapped Pamela Voorhees.
Correct. Although I think I know I've met a Voorhees in my life and they spell it differently.
Oh, maybe that's because they're trying to distance themselves.
Yeah, maybe, or maybe like that Voorhees is of the Dutch descent and maybe they're of like the German descent or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snapped Pamela Voorhees by Sarah Tollemache. Enjoy.
Hi, you gotta come quick. I found 2 dead teenagers. Ma'am, I need you to stay calm. Where are you calling from? Camp Crystal Lake.
Crystal Lake is located in the Packanack Lake region. It's a quiet, peaceful area and a perfect place for families to drop off their kids for summer camp. Or so we thought.
It was 1957 and I had just gotten kicked out of a halfway house because Jason was strangling cats. I didn't know that was a big deal. I was cooking at a diner in town and the Christies came up to me and they said, hey, how about you cook at our camp, Camp Crystal Lake, and we'll watch Jason for free. And that was such a big help. You don't know how big of a help that is. Jason's a lot. And I thought things were gonna get better. Everything's gonna be just fine, Jason. Those camp counselors were supposed to look after him, but instead they decided to go make love in the woods while my sweet Jason drowned. I went to find out who was responsible for those deaths. I found out who it was. It was Barry and Claudette, and those two, I don't know why they're even working there. They're useless. I started talking to them and I wanted accountability. And you know what they started doing? They started making out in front of me. I couldn't believe it. There was no way I was gonna get justice. I went into town and I found a lawyer. And I started telling them about my case, and then they started making out and I was like, what is it with this goddamn town? All right? What is this? Everyone horny here? I was in a blind rage. I went home. I got myself together. And then I was like, you know what? Let's get your life back in order. And I started making my bed. You know, as soon as I tried to put on that fitted sheet, I thought I had thought it was long ways. But apparently I had it on the width side. And you trust your instincts, but not with a fitted sheet. I went and I snapped. I fucking snapped. So I poisoned Claudette and Barry. And I have to tell you, the thing about murder is you see results.
You're a fantastic cigarette actor. Also a great actor, but also a fantastic cigarette actor.
Do you know how many fake cigarettes I have? It's I'm like so giddy with joy to have these as props.
Yeah, they're fun.
I wanted to do every kind of scene with a cigarette hanging out of my mouth. Like, I think my favorite part is kneeling down, telling Jason everything's going to be great.
I love that. I like when you say, when he keeps strangling cats, you're like, I didn't know that was a big deal. That's really funny.
Well, back then they had no heart.
Yeah. Yeah. Back then they didn't think animals felt pain. So it was kind of like whatever.
No, yeah, but you know what I forgot? I forgot to put in that actual theme song. I did use the actual music that is used in Friday the 13th, but I didn't use the one that also everyone knows. And I was meant to put that at the end. So I'm going to add that to there.
Well, how did you get those clips? Did you just like rip the video off YouTube?
I ripped the video off of YouTube. There's a lot of little scenes from the 1981, and then I have a paid account through Canva, and they have a lot of stock images. And then so I ripped those off, and then I started adding these certain overlay filters to get like an old timey look.
I love it.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I would have done more, but I mean, I was so bad at procrastinating. Like I wanted to do it like a full episode of Snapped with like more of what that town is like and all that. But you know, it doesn't matter. You just got to get to the heart.
The juice.
The juice, exactly.
I'm
Four.
gonna do one more clue for my costume.
Okay.
Hi, I was just wondering if you heard that crazy noise last night. Also, do you want to play rummy?
Okay, I'll give you a clue. I'll do an audio clue. Let me see if I can pull it up. Do you hear it? When that came out, that was so catchy to whistle everywhere you went.
I haven't heard it in a long time, but I do recognize it.
Are we at the end? Are we at our last video?
We're at our last video.
I'm so excited to bring up this last video. Also, you know, I love doing these shows. I love Halloween. I like partaking in it. And I just adore this content creator. Always a pleasure to work with. I'm so excited that we managed to do one this month. Love seeing your stuff, guys. Let's hear it from Ashley Brooke Roberts with Dog Sitter.
Yeah, I'm here for a week. Yeah, the house is great. It's huge. And they're horror movie buffs, so it can get a little creepy at night. But the dog is so sweet. Yeah, a total angel. Love the dog. Oh my God, it's just you.
Shit, you can't creep up on me like that. Damn.
You talk? Oh, I knew something was wrong with this house. What, are you possessed by a demon? You want me to bring you the blood of pretty young women?
Huh? No. I got no use for blood, never liked it. What I do want is a treat. You think you can do that, sweetheart?
A treat? You just want a treat? I can bring you a treat. I can give you so many treats. I'll give you so many treats.
Yeah, I want a treat.
No death?
No death.
Great.
Yeah, give me them treats. Oh yeah, I'll give you my hand. Yum, yum, yum. I love snacking. Oh, so good. Yum, 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 yum. Snacks, delicious, yum.
Oh my God, the dog sitter. I love it. You know what I love? Well, also like house sitting or dog sitting, staying in another person's place is haunting. It's scary.
It's always a little unnerving. And you're like, okay, what's the thing gonna be here? Like, what is it about this house? Like, something's off. And really the thing that's off is that it's just like not your space.
Yeah, that's what it is. Or you're worried that they're like, have a thing that they're like, we love this. We're comfortable with this. And you're like, that's disturbing.
Yeah, absolutely. You're like, I'm here to tell you that it's haunted in here. And you've been dealing with it.
They're like, I thought that was just New York apartments that they just ooze out of the wall.
You know, this place that I'm in, it is really nice. And I actually don't think it's haunted at all. I think that I'm just like, I have a hard time being alone. I think that's what it is, that I'm haunted. I'm the haunt.
Yeah.
I'm the haunted one.
And when you do meet that entity, it's like we automatically assume that they want our souls, but really they want them treats.
They want them treats. They want them treats. Okay, I'm going to start dropping in the IG handles of people in the chat, Sarah.
Okay, we do have Ian Rice guessed my costume.
Oh, that's great. Love that.
Daryl Hannah from Kill Bill.
Great. Ian Rice, we have your email. We will be sending you a $5 Starbucks card.
Yes,
So,
I put it on my to-do list for tomorrow. So
very nice. Now, if no one guesses mine, that's totally fine. It's
a character.
It's complicated. It's a character. But I'm going to say this. Did you get that email about the building? It seems like we all need to get together, maybe order some pizza, and do my favorite thing.
Honestly, I'm like, this could be you.
It might just be me. I'm also wearing the same outfit that I was wearing in my film. I am, God, everyone's guesses are great. I'll just say what I am because I'm realizing this is too complicated, Sarah. Should I just say it? I'm your annoying neighbor who wants to play games. That's all.
How funny. Somebody guessed Tracy Flick.
That's great. That is great. It should have been Tracy Flick, but I'm your annoying neighbor who wants to play games. A real thinker.
All right. Well, we got one winner.
We got a winner. Sarah, you asked me what I was doing for Halloween. I didn't ask you. What are you going to do?
Well, honestly, I mean, if I was invited to like a Halloween party, but I'm not because everybody's just like older now.
Yeah.
And it's Monday and everybody's like, I got to do spots.
Yeah.
I usually like staying in. I like watching a horror movie and then ordering pizza and then just really enjoying that I'm not out there in the chaos.
That's nice.
Yes. Are you doing you're probably might do Disney, but if not, are there parties you might go to? Are there parties happening?
There are parties happening. Yeah, there are parties happening. But here's the thing. What do you think about this? Let's say you were invited to a party Friday night. Would you wear a costume?
To a party Friday night? That's the Friday before Halloween, right?
And it's being advertised as like a Halloween party.
Yes, I would.
You would. Okay.
Or partake in it in somehow maybe a cute little cat or something with a thing with ears or whatever. Not like, I mean, there's that meme and that she's a writer. She did The Heat, right? And wrote for Parks and Recreation where she went to a party thinking it was a Halloween costume party dressed up as the Babadook. And it was just adults drinking wine, watching, film. Kate Dippold. It's on Twitter and it always goes viral every year.
I had a similar thing happen. Not the exact same, but I went to this like, have you ever been to the House of Yes in Bushwick? It's like a big dance club.
It sounds amazing.
It's incredible. I love it. And they were having wig night. So it was like wig night. And I thought since it was wig night that like what that meant, I interpreted that as like we were all gonna like make characters based off of wigs. So I like dressed up as an old person. I got like an old person wig and I had like this like cardigan. I had a little cane. I thought we were all gonna go as characters, but then I got there and it was just everyone was like in bikinis with like mermaid wigs. Like everyone was like really hot with long wigs and I was dressed up as an elderly person. I thought a wig party means we are using wigs to make characters.
Yes. Yes. Or I would think it's like we are doing Marie Antoinette kind of stuff.
Yeah, something like that, like a fun, like a spin, like my whole outfit will be influenced by this wig. But these people were just like, I'm just going to be really hot and also have a wig on.
Yes. A little infuriating, but I would embrace the hilariousness of it for sure.
I actually got a lot of attention.
You know why? It's like
people.
There's a million hot girls in wigs, but how many are just like just
I'm
in a regular
grandma.
wig?
I had a curly gray wig.
No, I think my other theory too about Halloween is like it's a lot of non-comics open mic. It's their 1 year they worked so long for their joke, and then if you don't get it, then they have to wait a whole other year.
Yeah, totally. You're right. You're right. Their big moment.
Yeah. I do like partaking in it, but if I don't have a costume idea and I'm not happy with it, then it's like all or nothing. I don't want to do it.
That's how I feel. Like I was like, oh my God, I want to be Nicole Kidman from the AMC commercials, or just get like a gray striped shirt, a gray striped suit, a fake wig, and then like popcorn to Chef's popcorn,
Yeah.
and then just walk around and recite her thing. But then I was like, I can't go buy a suit and a wig, there's no time. I should have gone earlier.
I know that I always have the idea, like I'll go to Goodwill and like look, and you're like, there's not even a Goodwill nearby me. And I had to spend all day. I really left it to the last minute to do my video. That today was no time to do anything.
I want to tell you something pretty creepy. It's a real good Halloween fact.
Okay. That'll be a great way to say goodnight to everybody.
It'll be a great way to say goodnight to everybody. The smell in Goodwill, the smell when you walk in a Goodwill?
Yes.
They've done studies. And do you know what that smell is?
I thought it was cigarette smoke.
It's humans. It's like skin and hair and stuff on clothes. So that smell that's really Goodwill is the smell of humans.
Ooh. Ashley, that is like the most disturbing thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Guys, thank you so much for watching the show. We will have a holiday show in December. We haven't picked the date. We'll let you know. Thanks to all of our creators. I dropped their handles in the chat, but I'll also put it in the episode description after this gets finalized. Thanks for watching. You rock. Any last words, Sarah?
Follow us on Instagram if you or know anybody else that wants to submit stuff. I don't know what our next theme is, but I'm sure it'll be around the holiday season. Holidays is probably
holidays.
The theme. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Follow us, DM us. And that's all. That's all, folks.
Good night. Happy Halloween.
Stay safe.
Bye.